Happy Friday morning, beginners. Let's go and get started on spelling. You're on spelling 28B1. All right, your first word is you. We think to say ya, ooh, you. And what do we hear in there what do we hear at the end? A multi-letter phonogram. Do you remember what phonogram? Ooh, ah, oh, ooh. Great job. You should study hard. You. Go ahead and pause the button if you need to. Perfect. All right, after you is he. We think to say he. He has a nice smile. He. Excellent job. After he is him. We think to say him. Do not try to hurt him. After him is she. We think to say she. Do you hear that multi-letter phonogram in the beginning? Which one is that? Shh. Good job. She fed the old hen. She. Perfect. After she is her. We think to say her. Another multi-letter phonogram there. The hen was fed by her. And our last one for today is it. We think to say it. He started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. That's a long sentence, but it's a fun one. It. Excellent job. Now I want you guys to know this now, right before we start writing our words correctly. Did you guys notice all the times I had to point out multi-letter phonogram, multi-letter phonogram, multi-letter phonogram? All right, that's because a lot of our words have multi-letter phonograms. So when your parents do play your daily multi-letter phonogram review every day, make sure to really look at the letter, really say them. Don't just, not pay attention, because when you really get down the multi-letter phonograms, it's gonna help you a lot in spelling, especially when you guys begin to tackle gigantic words. All right, so let's go ahead and write our words correctly. Our first one was what? Our first one was you. How do we spell you? Y-O-U spells you. And what do we have there? A multi-letter phonogram. So let's underline that. And our multi-letter phonogram is what? A-O-U. You. A-O-U. You. What sound is that? First, second, or third? The third sound. So let's put a 3 above the ooh. After you is he. How do we spell he? H-E. That H does not look correct. Let me fix that for you guys. He. And what does it end in? A syllable. So we underline it. All right, after he is him. How do we spell him? Let me call on someone today. Aiden, spell him for me today. How do you spell him? Say it out loud, Aiden. Oops. Again, I'm sorry. I need to slow down. Him. Excellent job, Aiden. After him, before we move on, it says he went to the store. I saw him at the store, both referring to what? To male, men, or boys. We're referring to the male person. So what do we do to them? Let me think of someone else. Ezra. Do you remember what we do? What we put on them? It starts with a B. Bracket. Excellent job. We put a bracket between them. Perfect. And speaking of Ezra, how do we spell she? Multi-letter phonogram it starts off with. Spell out for me, Ezra. S-H-E. Did you get it correct? We'll see on Friday. Excellent. Okay. So what do we do with she? Do you hear the multi-letter phonogram? Shh. We underline our multi-letter phonogram and it ends in a what? In a syllable. So we're gonna underline it again, the E. Can you guys see that very well? Let me zoom in here for you guys. I think that was a little bit far. Sorry about that. All right, and our next one is her. How do we spell her? Jayla. What's the first sound? H, good job. Multi-letter phonogram. ER, excellent, her. All right, and what do? We underline our multi-letter phonogram, as in her. And then what do we do again? She and her. We're talking about what? Are we talking about males? No, now we're talking about females, women, or girls. So we're gonna bracket these two together as well. She and her. She went to the store. I saw her at the store. All right. Next, our last one, Isabella. It. How do we spell it? I, good job. Perfect. IT spells it. And do we do anything to it, Isabella? No, we leave it as is. So go ahead and study really hard, even though it's Friday, your spelling words. And also make sure to review your multi-letter phonograms daily. Great job.